Hi everyone, hashtag B1Less and B1Less News and hashtag CDC Whistleblower, along with what we're using right now, which is hashtag B1Less combined with hashtag mine. The two together are the most powerful vehicle we have for Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, Facebook, and Google. So for anybody out there wanting to get on to Twitter and these other social media formats and make a difference, if you're not using hashtag SB277 and hashtag SB277, you are diluting our efforts. I have Timothy Welsh at Tanner's Dad on with me, but I first want to start with humongous, outrageous, astounding congratulations to the 90% of the 500 plus people that showed up to do their Me Too's in opposition of hashtag SB277, that we were able to get down to hashtag SB792 to do their Me Too's as well. They were not expecting this. They were in a room of 40 people, and we were able to log in 2 solid hours of We Oppose This Bill. Huge congratulations to everyone who helped make this happen and to everyone who actually participated on that. Now I want everyone to slow down for a second, and now is when we're finally able to get organized, because we haven't been able to get there as well as we've wanted, because we've all been spending 3 days a week getting our butts to Sacramento to be there in person to fight this bill. It is passed through 3 of 10 checkpoints and then the governor's desk, which is 11 checkpoints if there's no amendments added. Amendments being added in the process require additional checkpoints. The reason I'm pointing this out is because there's confusion. This is not a ballot measure, meaning the people will not vote personally on this bill. This is a Senate bill, which means that there's a very specific process it goes through. I'm going to play you a teeny bit of this animation that Your Family, Your Choice, the California Chiropractic Association, created, because it helps elucidate what this process is. It's an 11-step process. They just passed through the 3rd step. Now it goes on to appropriations, which could be as early as Monday and as late as May 13th, we're hearing. So I'm going to mute this.
People vote to make a bill a law? Not always. Some bills are voted into law by senators, Congress, and the governor.
Okay, so that was even confusing because Congress is the national level. This bill, this particular video is available at tinyurl.com/SB277. Do we vote? Because you need to watch it so that you can start to be educated enough to explain to people that we're 3 out of 11 processes in the total process for this bill to get defeated. Start talking about it in those terms. Don't feel defeated. Talk about the bill being defeated. Now I'm going to go over here. Can you talk about this? This is this meme that we found on your page, Timothy, with Cindy Crawford. Show her the love. What's going on here?
It's cool to be against SB277 now. Cindy Crawford came out and she watched and attended the Trace Amounts movie and tweeted out that this is the coolest movie ever, that everybody needs to watch it. So again, we're seeing people that are our heroes coming to the forefront and voicing opinion and not walking past the injured children. So shout out, thanks to Cindy Crawford.
So you heard that we checked this, and the Twitter link is the tinyurl.com/thankcindy. We want you to go there and show the love. We don't want you to saturate her Twitter feed in general. We just want you to go to tinyurl.com/thankcindy, and within that one tweet that she did, show her the love. If she does any other tweets that are pro this movement, show her the love as well. She needs to be able to function within her Twitter account, that we keep all our love on the tweets that she does about this particular topic. But what we have been waiting for with the social media is that it started to be cool to care. And we mean just that. People have been hiding under their covers, not wanting to share their true feelings about vaccines, about the medical industry, about the CDC, about mainstream media's coverage of all of this, because they fear that they will lose their jobs and their ability to be hired. We knew that at some point there was going to be a break and a chink in the armor, and the house of cards was going to begin to fall. Prior to this,
think about it. We've got Robert F. Kennedy Jr., we've got Bill Maher, we've got the mixed martial artists that testified before the Senate hearing, judiciary hearing. We've got Cindy Crawford. We've got other celebrities now coming forward. It's breaking down the walls of silence. Again, when the senator asked, what is vaccine injury, they can't erase that question. You now have to answer that question.
And so this is something that we always knew from a social media perspective would happen, and all of our efforts have always been with that specific goal in mind, because we knew that our government is bought. We know that our media is bought. We know that most of these entertainers and people who make their living from their face, from their images, from their ability to communicate with the masses, have been operating in a place of fear that they simply couldn't come out or they would lose their ability to make money. That is beginning to crack at the very foundation. And once it starts cracking, it will be a tsunami, because it will begin to be cool to care. And that's what we are focused on. So please show her the love. Again, only at the Twitter tweet, which is at tinyurl.com/thankcindy. Now let's move on to this. This one is tinyurl.com/what is SB277 really? I want you to watch this, because one of the main things that's going to shift, no matter what happens at the Senate vote, it doesn't matter, because all eyes are on the assembly. And when you watch this video, what is SB277 really? The biggest thing that SB277 is a Senate bill that trumps an Assembly bill, which is our group legislation that is sort of the juniors to the Senate, and is much larger and much less bought and paid for. All of our focus will be on the Assembly, realizing that it's like their big brother came to town and said, you know what, your bill that you penned, AB 2109, isn't good enough, even though it's working, and even though it did 20% of its job in the very first year it was rolled out. Don't worry, the Senate's have this. We're the ones who are going to get our coffers full of money from Big Pharma to trump you with SB 277. That's how this is going to play out. And watching this video helps you understand that more clearly. Now we have legal expert Mary Holland, who's at Columbia University and the University of New York School of Law. She is a bigwig. She knows her stuff. And she did some testimony that I think was probably designed to trip some triggers, because that's ultimately what we need to do. I want you to listen to it here. If you type in Mary Holland, SB277, you can get it.
Will be coercive, and parents will be vaccinating their children under duress, invalidating any notion of informed consent. In employment, lack of consent is forced labor. In military service, it's conscription. In contracts, it leads to invalid contracts. In intimate relations, it's called rape. And in medical treatment, it's battery.
Rape's a loaded word, and as the chair of the Legislative Women's Caucus, I don't take these sentences lightly. So,
I don't either.
So
Hannibal Jackson felt compelled at that point that she needed to shift directions. And she was successful at it. She really was. But when the world of vaccine injured parents looks at this bill, the word rape is absolutely what comes to mind. They don't use that word lightly. So that's available at Mary Holland, SB 277. So bottom line is we need to kill this bill, kill the bill. Anything else that you're noticing on Twitter, I'm at the pictures right now, Tim, at hashtag SB277 and hashtag mine. Are you feeling good about what's going on? What else has changed?
I think people are just very lively and doing substantial tweets that have good links and good visuals. People are doing a great job. People are signing up. There's about 5 mothers that have put Hear This Well type videos on Periscope already. I want to shout out to Candace for giving stories about Lily and Eddie. Her videos were very moving. Again, feel free to do a live broadcast and tell the Hear This Well story. That's what I did at 3 a.m. this morning. I'm going back through the Hear This Well videos, and I'm playing 1 and 2. Each time I do a production, I'm including one of those 1 minute to 5 minute videos in my Periscope video, and I got very good feedback. We got 1,300 viewers on this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So bottom line is periscope.tv is where you go. You have to download the app and just start showing people the life that you have with your vaccine injured family, because it is making an impact and it's on the cutting edge of social media. And while we're on the cutting edge, we produce the buzz. We don't react to the buzz, we produce the buzz. And that's when we will hit this tipping point that comes with this world, the world of the bigs, starting to come out to say, hey, you know what? I don't feel fearful to tell people to go see a video that resonated with me. I'm no longer afraid. I'm ready to be part of the solution. Helmets on. This may get a little bumpy before we win, but we will win this. So we will see you on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, in every social media avenue we have with hashtag SB277 and hashtag mine, and we are going to win this. Anything left, Tim?
Praying for your family and our country. Keep up the great work.
See ya.